Live?
No, yeah, you're live.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So we had a mishap. Ryan
Kick my cup.
he kicked his cup. And there's water all over the floor. Yep,
Hope
that's
I didn't
live.
crash.
I'm. I don't know.
I might have said a bad word. Sorry.
No, I said me.
Oh.
Oh. Anyway, good evening, everyone. I guess I'm the only one here for a minute. Happy Friday and happy November, almost daylight savings time on Sunday, I believe. Sunday early morning. So don't forget to set your clocks back.
Lori, I'm sorry. I'm going to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Lori in Scottsdale.
Yes.
That woman
She's
sends
amazing.
me cards
She's
of
amazing.
encouragement. She is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Lori, thank you so much.
Well,
got your-
I don't know if she can hear you, but
I don't know, but
yes, I agree. Lori is an amazing person.
yes, I got another card from her the other day with a nice long letter, and
Really?
I hope you're doing well. Hi, Amy. Your daughter-in-law's here.
Hi, Amy. Okay.
Hi, Pam.
Anyway, yes. So daylight savings time's coming up. So unless you're in Arizona or I think Hawaii, I don't know, and I think there's another state too.
That would have been a good trivia question, asking about daylight savings.
I looked.
You looked.
And that's why I said Arizona and Hawaii.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would have been a good trivia question.
Yeah, that's not the one we're going to use though.
Yeah.
But that was easy to find on Google, so that's why I
She
didn't.
said she can hear me.
Oh, she could hear you? Good. Excellent. Okay, anyway,
Real quick, one more thing.
yes.
For anybody that doesn't know, tomorrow is Carmen's birthday.
It's Carmen's birthday
Carmen's
tomorrow?
birthday tomorrow.
Is she
so
like 25?
She's 25. So slam her Facebook page with happy birthdays.
Yes. And it was Frank's yesterday, I
Today.
think. Today? Oh, okay.
Is it?
Frank-
Happy birthday, Frank!
He's not here tonight. He's out.
Partying it up.
He is. Yeah. I think his son or his daughter-in-law or something taking him to see Dina Carter, country music.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Dina
nice.
Carter is
Yeah.
Johnny's daughter, I believe. He's going to see
Johnny, yeah.
Wait, Dina.
Dina
Isn't
Carter.
that the one that sang Strawberry Wine?
Dina Carter might have been,
Yeah.
but I think that's Johnny and June's
Is it
daughter.
really?
Yeah.
My wife, Amy, sings the best version of Strawberry Wine
Amy's got an amazing voice.
that you guys have ever heard. We were at a karaoke bar one time, and everybody's, doing karaoke, and everybody's talking. My wife got up and started singing. Everybody shut up and turned and watched her sing.
She's got an
She's
amazing
got an
voice.
amazing voice.
She does. Absolutely. I agree.
Okay, so
All right. So we've got a couple things we haven't talked, I think, since we went to Arkansas and back, the 5 of us.
yeah,
So in case you guys don't know, we are planning by this time next year, or a lot sooner than that, hopefully, Lord willing, we are planning to be relocated in Arkansas somewhere. So a few weeks ago, Ryan and his family and Vicky and I, we drove to Arkansas and back.
that was
And,
a drive, man. Oh,
Yeah, it was 3,400
It
miles.
was beautiful. Though.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a great drive.
Except for New Mexico. That was kind of,
Yeah, kind of
Kind of
boring.
like
Yeah.
Arizona.
yeah,
Just-
same thing.
Yeah. Well, once you get past Flagstaff and Winslow, then it's all Arizona kind of just blends right in with New Mexico.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had a great time. We actually took a load of stuff out there. We have a storage unit in Heber Springs, right? Heber Springs,
Yeah.
Arkansas right now. So we've got some of our stuff there. We've got the trailer build. We took a load of stuff out. Anyway,
Hi, Tessa.
so we are hopefully
Why
after
are
the
you
first of the
making
year.
the move?
Okay. Well,
Because Vicky's tired of the desert and the heat and the dirt.
yeah, it's been something that Vicky and I, we have talked about
For years.
for years, that after Dad was gone, that we wouldn't be living here for the rest of our lives. So we knew we wanted to go somewhere else. Now that Ryan and Amy are a major part of the business, they didn't want to live in the desert. Understandable. So we knew that they were going to relocate somewhere we were. So we tried to find a place that would be applicable for all of us.
Yeah.
Ryan and I were in Arkansas last year on business, did a great video with Matt Outlaw from 731 Woodworks.
Who, by the way, is one of the best human beings in the world.
Yes.
Matt and Amy, if you guys, I'm sure you know who they are, but if you don't follow 731 Woodworks, they are some of the best people ever.
Yeah. They just posted a video yesterday, I think yesterday, where they went into woodcraft, I think in Tennessee.
Yeah,
in Nashville. And just gave away, just bought a bunch of tools for people, random people. It's an amazing video. You guys
it's great.
Really need to watch
Bruce
them if you
Beaver
don't.
said awesome trout fishing in Heber Springs.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Freaking
We
great
did some
friend.
last year.
Yeah.
On the Little Red.
Yeah, the Little Red.
Little Red.
I think
yes.
so.
And that is so. Anyway, we fell in love. Ryan and I fell in love with Arkansas when we were there last year, and and a year ago in October we said
Hi, Chris Miller.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, Chris, what's up,
Hey,
dude?
buddy.
North Carolina isn't too bad.
North Carolina is absolutely gorgeous.
It is, and I like Hickory. It's a cool little town.
Yeah,
Plus, Chris is there. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
And Reggie.
and Reggie. Yeah, that's right.
Nobody makes sandwiches.
Nobody
like
makes sandwiches like Reggie.
Reggie.
The best sandwich other than yours, babe. But Reggie's is a close third after Amy
Yeah.
and Mom.
Anyway, we're
Yeah.
getting way
I'll
off the
stop
rails.
interrupting.
But Arkansas, we just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's fairly cheap property, relatively, especially compared to California. Low taxes, great hunting, great fishing,
Right?
great people.
beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's
You can buy whatever gun you want.
Sarah Huckabee is governor.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I talked to a couple who said something about moving to Arkansas because of the yard sale,
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, that governor, what's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah
Sarah
Huckabee.
Sarah
Huckabee.
Huckabee.
We like her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So there was just a lot of reasons why we absolutely fell in love with the Ozarks for very obvious reasons. So our goal was to get the girls back there because we knew we couldn't do it with just video, and so we actually a year later we got them out there and planned it and got them out there. They fell in love with it. So the goal is Ryan and Amy are going to sell their place. We're going to sell our place, and hopefully within the next 6 months, maybe, hopefully, we'll see how God works it all out. But that's the plan, is we'll buy a piece of property, a large piece of property that they can live on, we can live on, and still
have our space.
have our space. So probably 5 acres plus. So anyway, that kind of is the synopsis
Yeah.
of the whole deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. So what we are going over a couple things tonight, guys. First of all,
we're gonna give that away. So we'll have a trivia question here in a few minutes.
Bring it over this.
And this was one that Ryan carved that was super popular.
yeah,
Piece of cedar. Yeah.
Oh, and Rod and Angie Hall got us a bunch of cedar. I said a truckload in the video. It wasn't a truckload, but it was a buttload of cedar. And man, this stuff.
It
It's
smells so
Oh
good.
God, I love the way this stuff.
it's full thickness, full 3/4 thick.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rod and Angie.
Yeah, thank you,
They
guys.
brought us a bunch. And that was what, a couple weeks ago. They stopped
It was
by.
right before we went to Arkansas, or right when we got back. And you guys, we spent all day working on my favorite project we've ever done. This thing is freaking awesome. It's probably going to come out at the end of the month, something like that. But you guys, oh dude, I can't wait.
Yeah,
to-
it's
yeah, it's-
pretty incredible. It's not 100% done yet, but it's close. Yeah,
It's close.
Probably
It's
finish
getting
it
there.
up this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, Rod said you're very welcome.
Oh,
Right on, buddy.
cool. Thank you, Rod.
Did you get your insurance yet, Rod? You need
Yeah.
to get it.
Wait till you see what Ryan did with your cedar, Rod.
Oh.
It's coming.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Lori says she can't wait to see your favorite project.
Oh, dude,
Oh, it's pretty amazing.
freaking awesome.
So yeah. So what are you gonna do here?
Okay,
What
so
do you got going?
so you guys know we sell the blank base plates, and we did a video, I think it was last year, on how to install the blanks. But we got this new Hercules router because we're doing a review on it. That's coming out later this month too. But Dad found a much easier way, and for some reason, we never thought of it. I don't know. But normally what you do is you would take the paper off the back of, and the only reason this has blue tape on here is because I'm going to mark it, and we can't sell it if we're going to mark it. So you take the paper off, and you would line your bit up with a centering jig, and then you would mark your holes that way. But it's kind of hard to mark your holes like dead on, especially because they're so small, because of the thickness of the base plate, right? There's some, it kind of gets lost in the depth.
Kind of a deflection almost.
Right, almost like putting your finger, you know, if you put your finger in water, then it shows it kind of going off at an angle. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing with this. So, Dad was dinking around with this thing, and he figured out if you just center the whole of the original base plate on the whole of our base plate, then all you have to do is take like a fine tip Sharpie.
Use the clamps. Or don't.
Okay. See, there you go.
That way it doesn't move around. So that's centered, right? It looks like it is to me.
Dad asked me to do this. Anyway. You got to clamp it, right? Like Jed. And then you take your...
Jethro. Ellie Mae. They don't have any idea what you're saying.
Most of them do. And then you just take a fine tip Sharpie, and you can go around and mark your holes. And once they're marked, I think this Sharpie's still good. Once they're marked, then it's way easier to drill. And you're not going to get them off. And you want to drill from this side. Then all you got to do is drill and countersink. That is so much easier.
So much easier. And it's so much more accurate.
Oh,
it's dead on.
Oh, yeah. It's dead. It's... What?
Sorry. Lori says, hillbillies, I remember them well.
Yeah.
Jason Harrison says, hillbillies. Jonathan Estep says, good to see the comedy routines are still alive.
That's right.
Brian
but
was just like Eric and Dave, so funny.
The genes are strong in this family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
scary.
dude, if you guys get a base plate, or like if you end up getting the Hercules router, or any router that we don't have a pre-drilled base plate for, this is so much better than trying to center them on here and just do that. In fact, we were talking about doing a full-length video. It'd be a short one.
Hi, Richie.
Yeah.
But, man,
Hey, Rach.
that's the way to go, using the original base plate.
And by the way, you guys will notice if you have the DeWalt's, you will notice this looks exactly like the DeWalt, but it's not. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's off slightly. It's a little bit smaller than the DeWalt, or a little bit bigger. I can't remember, but this is definitely not the same as the DeWalt. Just because it looks like it, it isn't the same, and it's not the same hole pattern. So if, again, we're doing a review on this Hercules. If you get a Hercules, the DeWalt doesn't fit it. You need a blank.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Lori says, I set my router on my printer and make a copy, then use the copy as my pattern.
You can do that. However, I have heard that there are instances, depending on the copier and depending on the paper feed and all that, it could be off slightly.
Hi, extra.
That, even though it's identical, it could be off slightly if the paper doesn't feed absolutely 100%. So, but that's probably absolutely a good way to do it. I don't think it's quite as accurate as this, but anyway. So,
But yeah, so if you guys get a blank, that's the way to do it. Way better.
Yep.
Way better. And as far as the Hercules go, we're not going to get real into it because, you gotta watch the video, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
But it's
you know what? It performed pretty well.
it did.
And they compare it to the DeWalt.
Yeah,
to
that's
the 611.
That's the whole thing, and that's what kind of shocked me is because the DeWalt is, I won't say the industry standard, but it's what we like the best.
Yeah.
I like it.
And a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to come out with, and Harbor Freight, they've done a lot better job these past, 5 years, coming out with better tools. The last one we got was the Bauer cordless, and it started out great, and then it just tanked. Started kind of coming apart and stuff.
Yeah.
But and obviously that might happen with this one. We don't know yet. We haven't really we haven't used it a whole lot. We only got it 3-4 days ago, something like that. Yeah. So but
anyway, we've got a full review coming out on it, so I think you guys will enjoy that.
Yeah.
And we will be, we just found out today, we have been accepted to come in and do videos at Harbor Freight. We went into Kingman Harbor Freight the other day. We're going to do a video in store, and the manager said he had to contact corporate to get authorization to see if it was okay with them, and got a call today that it is. So we can go into Harbor Freight, and you guys will be seeing maybe 1 or 2 more videos coming from Harbor Freight sometime in the near future.
Lori says, is the Hercules a proprietary router? I'm not familiar with that brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sold only at Harbor Freight. That's a Harbor Freight brand.
Yeah.
Much like the
Bauer or
Bauer.
But this is their high end. For Harbor Freight, this is their high end.
I think it is. There is another brand, but I can't think.
Chicago Electric.
No, but there was another one that was. But anyway, yes, this is a higher brand above the Bauer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And in fact, their Hercules chop saw is supposed to be pretty good. Well, we haven't played with it. We've only seen it. But I think Matt Outlaw did a video on it, and I think the Hercules chop saw is supposed to be pretty comparable. Okay. Obviously, it's not Festool or anything like that, but
But it's this in comparison. Again, this is 7 amp. I won't go into a lot of details, but this is 7 amp, the same power as the DeWalt 7 amp, which is the most I've ever seen on a trim router. I've never seen one more than 7 amp. And up until this one, DeWalt was the fastest. It was the heaviest 7 amp. I've seen 6.5 and 5 and a lot less, but never seen 7 until this. So it's the same power as the DeWalt, and it's $60 cheaper.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty substantial.
Yeah, pretty substantial savings.
That means you could buy this, a base plate, and still save $30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
Subtle's,
very subtle.
Subtle's my thing.
Very
super
subtle.
good at it.
Yeah, I can see that. And talking about DeWalt, I got an email from Scott Crawford today, and he said he just picked up the DeWalt starter kit from Home Depot, and I went online, and this was I saw it online. So it's called the DeWalt starter kit. It's got the cordless DeWalt, which is the DCW 600, a 4 amp hour battery, a 6 amp hour battery, and the charger for $199. That is a smoking deal.
Yeah.
If you guys are ever thinking about getting the cordless DeWalt, man, I have never seen a deal better than that. And the DeWalts that we have, we've just got 3 2 amp hour batteries. This is a 4 amp and a 6 amp hour battery.
Oh, it is, huh? That's more.
We've just got 2 amp. We don't have a 4 or a 6. This is a 4 amp and a 6 amp, plus the charger and the tool for $199. That, again, that's a smoking deal. Now, I'm not saying maybe Black Friday or Christmas or whatever, there might not be a better deal, but that's as good a deal as I've ever seen.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So it's called, and if you go online, if you go on Google, I just typed in the Home Depot DeWalt starter kit router, and I saw it on there. So thank you, Scott, because I would not have known that if Scott hadn't passed that on to me. So
Lori said, do you think those batteries would make it a bit top heavy?
No, and the reason I say that is you would think that it would, but we've had 6 amp hour batteries on, like the Flex.
And the Flex is a heavy battery.
Yes,
I mean,
the Flex is a heavy
tools.
router.
Yeah.
But so let me preface that. If you've got a base like this, then no. But if you're going with the original base plate, then it might have some tipping issues.
It might, and I think it depends on what you're doing. If you have the we haven't had any tipping issues with our base
No.
plate, but with the,
Yeah.
you know, just the standard stock base plate, it kind of depends on what you're doing, probably.
Yeah, you could with a big 6 amp hour, or I think they even make bigger ones now. But you could have a tipping problem if you don't have a wide base plate. But if you have a big base plate like ours, or if you make your own, whatever, then you shouldn't.
Tyler Henry says, when are you guys going to get the new Milwaukee 2 1/4 router?
2 1/4 horse router. That's a big router. Is that what he? I'm 2 1/4. Is that what he said?
9 Henry, that's what it says.
2 1/4. It's probably going to be a while. That's a big router.
Yeah, we don't even our big Porter cable, like we used it today,
Right.
but we use that thing.
The big
Once
Porter
every
cable
6 months?
690 or the DeWalt 618, we use those, but we don't use them very often. Pretty much everything we're doing, we do with the trim routers, other than if we're flattening a board or we're cutting something really heavy, a really heavy cut. We don't use full-size routers that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Milwaukee makes a great tool. It probably is good, but we hadn't planned on it. Unless you guys reach out to Milwaukee and they want to send us one.
If they want to send us one.
Sherlock's sleeping in his box. He has a box he loves. He's sleeping in it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, my favorite router is still the Flex. Man,
Yeah, I
that
do
router,
like the Flex.
I love that thing.
Yep.
Okay, so trivia question?
I guess.
Or did anybody have any more questions?
The answer to the trivia. I don't even know what the trivia question is.
Actually,
I
I need
wouldn't know if somebody won or not.
Oh, okay. Well, kind of can't do that.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, you got to come up with something
Okay.
else now.
All right, well, I kind of just gave it away.
Okay, and write down.
Okay, so this one's tough, you guys. So if you don't get this one in like a couple minutes, then we'll do the other one. So on our,
Answer.
I'm gonna write it down.
Well, I have to know that somebody answers it fast.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. All right, hang on, everybody.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So we just need to fill time here, right? Look
Yeah.
at that sign. Hand me that sign.
Look at that sign.
So this is
Hot
what you are
diggity
going to
dog.
win. Look at that. That is fine piece of cedar right there. And Ryan carved it with his own
My own two hands.
his own little pingos.
Okay, so the first question. Number one is the top one.
This is what you're asking.
Yes, that.
All right.
Okay. In the last video we did where we introduced the strongman stencil, what was the time that it took me to do three? You have to give me the minutes and the seconds. Don't worry about like the fractions of a second. But, so Dad said it had to be a hard question that you couldn't Google. So I figured,
Yeah, you're not going to be able to Google that.
Yeah, you can't
got to go
Google.
to our channel.
yeah.
Yes.
So what was the time that it took me to finish 3 of those signs?
Then that was the strongman.
Yeah.
Hard times
Hard times create strong men.
create strong
Yeah.
men. Yes.
Nope.
People are trying to
They're
answer.
trying.
Okay, hold on. Lori Carey. Wait a minute. Where'd she go? 60 minutes and 25 seconds.
Look
Wow.
at that. Lori.
That's
Woo!
impressive.
That was
You just
really
got a top
impressive.
fan badge right there.
Woo, that was
All
very
right.
impressive.
Very
Great
nice.
job, Lori.
Dad didn't think anyone was going to get that one.
That
but I
was-
had faith in
Head
you
guess
guys.
is 60 minutes and 20 seconds, 60 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All
Wow.
right. All
Wow.
right.
And I will say that, and this is kind of a humble brag, on Instagram, if you guys follow us on Instagram,
Which
I
you
don't-
should.
I don't. Maybe
She said, I
you
pay
don't.
attention when y'all speak.
On Instagram, we have a short on the making.
It's a reel.
It's a reel. Yeah,
It's
that's
a
right.
reel,
Yeah,
yeah.
YouTube, it's a short.
Yeah.
It's a reel, and we just hit 100,000 views. Just
What?
like
Yeah.
we just hit 100,000
Really?
views
On
on that
that?
reel.
On that reel.
On that reel, how to make $120 or how to make that sign in 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, just hit 100,000.
That's our first reel.
That's our first one that we've hit 100,000 on, which is absolutely
Yeah.
incredible.
And we
So-
have another one that's at like 94, 95,000.
And that was the love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
So, I know. What?
Very cool.
We're
Very cool.
famous.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Don't pat yourself on the back there yet, Bob.
Yeah. Um.
Well, you want to show the turkey?
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's the stencil of the month,
See it.
or excuse me, the tom of the month. Oh, it's a tom.
Oh,
Can't see
look
it.
at
Put
that.
it up against your shirt.
Put it up against your shirt.
Now, you're right where the white is. Good job, son. All right.
That's the tom for November, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Pilgrim turkey.
Yeah, I like that one. It's goofy looking.
Yeah.
All right. Does
what
anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Anything we can answer for you guys?
Oh, give us some thumbs up, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Help us with the
Please.
whole.
64 people watching and 24 thumbs up.
Oh, come on. We got to get a better. What is it? Average or ratio?
Yeah.
That's just over 30%.
How many would have wondered how many Henry would have done in the same amount of time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Of those kind of signs, I think
That's not his
that's
style.
not his style.
Henry's a-
Although Henry could carve those because
for sure.
he's doing those kind of signs now. But I don't think he's going to do them any faster than what Ryan did. But that's just my opinion.
I have to agree.
Because
Henry.
his fast signs are the ones with the big V groove and his style. So
Yeah.
that's just
Which is a
it's-
great style.
It is
I do.
great
I like
style.
his style.
Yeah,
It's just different than ours.
it's
Or
just
to buy
different.
cedar boards.
It just depends on where you're at.
Those were given to us.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
these actually. So he Rod and Angie got these at Woodcraft.
I think Woodcraft.
I think it was
I
Woodcraft.
think that's
Or
what
no,
said.
it was Rockler.
Oh, was it Rock?
Yeah, it was Rockler.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got this at Rockler. And I don't think Home Depot or Lowe's has the full 3/4 like this.
We don't have this available to us here
Yeah.
that I know of. So it's different depending on where you're at.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah,
It
the cedar. We know when we move to Arkansas, we're gonna have access to a lot of cedar back there.
Yeah.
Jason Key says, how do you make your wood templates? Very carefully and with a lot of patience, Jason.
That's right. Mom is our graphic designer.
I use Corel Draw.
And we cut them with a laser. That might be something that they wanted
Yeah.
to know. So we have an epilogue laser that we cut all of our stencils and templates and base plates. So everything that we cut pretty much is done with epilogue laser. Good question though.
Oh, yeah.
If you hadn't been, if you didn't know that, but yeah, Vicky uses Corel Draw to design them.
I whittle them
Yeah.
by hand. Every
Your
one of
little
them.
hands.
Nice.
That was
With
good.
my little hands.
I was gonna say a lightsaber.
Lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you, Pam.
Okay, any other questions, guys? Let's see. I guess we won't.
Is cedar available in lumber yards? It just depends on where you're at, Richard.
Yeah. Just depends. Usually it is, but it just depends. Like, okay, where I'm at in California, where my house is, there's a lumber mill that's way up in the mountains by on the way to where I deer hunt, and they've got tons of cedar. But where I am in the valley, in the Central Valley, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's not true. There's not a woodworker's source. What's the other one? Isn't it? It's like it's a Mel Gibson movie. It's what? No, I'm thinking Hamlet. No, which one is it? Woodworker's source. They're
Woodcraft?
no they're part of Woodworker's source. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right, now I
It's
get.
Tim, it's one shot.
Oh, the McCannels?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're owned by the same people that own Woodworkers.
Yeah,
Source.
you know what I'm talking about.
Over in the Bay Area?
Well, there's one in Stockton, but I avoid
yeah,
Stockton
Yeah.
at all costs.
But you know what? We have to make a little adjustment to what we were just saying. We're saying cedar, but honestly, there is cedar down here.
Yeah.
But it's the cedar fencing, and it's white cedar. This is either Western red or Eastern red. So that's a different kind of cedar than our cedar fencing that we use. That's more of and I think there's about 1,000 species of cedar.
We got a couple more questions.
Okay.
Dude, no.
Jim Moulter says,
Jim, what's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Jim.
next live's December 1st, yes. What's
Yes.
the best way to send your router bits? Send us the router bits.
Mail.
Yeah.
You could try homing pigeons, but they're pretty heavy. They might fly.
USPS, we just put them in a little box. Make sure and put them in the tubes that you've got so they're protected. But yeah, we just send them to our address, 4809 North Teddy Roosevelt.
It's on the website.
Yeah, it's on the website.
Jonathan Estep says, does the move mean no more Ryan in videos? No, it
No,
means-
no, I'm going with Macbeth. See? I was thinking Hamlet, but it's Macbeth.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, Macbeth Hardwoods. They're a subsidiary or
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All
See?
right. What's that have to do with Mel Gibson?
Well,
Was
he
he-
starred in Hamlet. I was thinking it was Shakespearean, you know.
The 70
Macbeth, that's
yeah.
they're both Shakespeare plays.
Right, yeah.
I'm cultured.
It'll all
you
come
guys.
back to Kevin Bacon somehow. The
Exactly.
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing.
See? Anyway, sorry, totally off
You
subject.
just said
Lori
Cedric
said
Howard.
Ryan's going to miss California so much when you move.
Yeah, yeah. I told. I don't know who I
Carmen
told.
says, don't throw them in a Ziploc bag together. I once saw Eric annoyed.
Once. Yes, please do pack them in their tubes. Yes, please.
Yeah. Because that'll chip the.
They'll break.
They'll break.
I mean, they'll break, they'll chip, and it makes it tough to sharpen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys have ever seen the way USPS handles their packages,
Yeah.
it's almost like they're like, "Hey, open the door," and they just chuck them in the van.
Yeah.
I'm a little bitter. They snapped a 2.5-inch live edge sign that I shipped to New York. Snapped right in half. Somebody jumped on it or something. Anyway, carry on. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Hunting is better back there.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Some people hunt with their cars.
Yeah.
Jason says, this old German loves your humor. Just do you know Keys is German? It's pronounced Keys. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Jason
keys?
Keys.
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 Ah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
Tessa
you.
says, and don't drop them on the concrete. That is correct.
yes.
Yeah.
That will definitely take
And-
the tips off.
And here's another tip for you guys. Do yourselves a favor. If you don't have router bits to spare, don't try to learn how to sharpen them with the only bits you got. It is really difficult. I can't do it. Dad's still training me how to do it, but there's been people that have tried to sharpen their bits and then they send them in and you want to see Dad annoyed.
Danbury says, clean your bits.
And clean your
And
bits.
Clean your bits.
See?
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, virtual fist bump.
Yeah, virtual fist bump.
Yeah, it is. They can be sharpened. You can do it, but it does take a while to get a hand at it. So, and there have been times where people have sent them in to me, and I look at them,
Picture.
and I look at them, and if you try and sharpen them, and then you send them to me to fix, I will fix them if I possibly can. But don't think that I won't know that you tried to sharpen them because
Yeah.
I can see it.
You might
every
even
time.
get a phone call.
Every
Maybe.
time. Anyway, but yes, yeah, it can be kind of difficult to sharpen if you're not used to it, and if you don't have a diamond wheel.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
that's
That's
it. That's it. Yeah. All right. So I think
All right,
we got some
guys.
fights on
That's right. BKFC.
BKFC.
Bare knuckle fighting. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right.
All right, guys. You
Okay.
guys have a great weekend. And
So-
Real quick question. Clean bits with solution and brass brush.
You don't really need solution. There's a couple different ways. You can just use a brass brush and a Dremel. You can use a brass brush literally by hand with, and you don't really need a solution. You can use hot soapy water, and most of the time that will absolutely work.
yeah.
So you don't need a solution. You can use a solution, but then you might get it in your eyes and all that. But hot soapy water and a brass brush works great. Brass wheel on a Dremel, that's my favorite.
Yeah. That's the fastest,
Yeah.
cleanest. You don't need to get any soapy water or anything.
Yeah.
It just, man,
Just
20, 30 seconds and you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
All right.
Okay, good night, you guys. So we expect to see you first Friday in December, but I don't know. We might have another live between now and then. We'll kind of see how it goes. So anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. If we don't talk to you, have a great Thanksgiving.
That's right.
And we will see you in early December, if not before. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oops, hand in the way.
Oh, yeah, you put your finger right
I
over the
put my hand
camera.
right over